This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, work is underway on a new home for the West Hazleton Police Department. We have the details next. Hello everyone and welcome to FYI. I'm Ken Cara. Here's tonight's headlines from FYI News 13 and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Work has finally started on a long-awaited police department for the borough of West Hazleton. CMG of Easton has begun the process of renovating the former annex building on Broad Street into a much-needed police station. It will be spacious, modern, and handicap accessible. To help keep down the cost, the Keystone Job Corps Center in Drums has volunteered to do some of the work.
We can't thank Keystone Job Corps for helping us. We save tens of thousands of dollars because they're here helping us out. They're on the job training, plus doing the fixing up for us, filling in the windows and doing the stucco and everything else. They worked at the firehouse, they worked at the old police station the last couple years, and the streets department. They're really good to us, and we're really grateful for having them.
The students here this is invaluable. It's really important. They get the hands-on experience of coming right out, and they also get the opportunity to volunteer in the community and give back to to help out.
The borough did scale back the project after it failed to receive a second gaming grant, but then took out a $150,000 loan to make the project a reality. The new station should be ready in about 3 months. State Representative Tara Toohill has introduced legislation that would increase the penalty for fleeing the scene of a fatal traffic accident. The proposal is known as Kevin's Law after 5-year-old Kevin Miller of Dallas was killed by a drunk driver in 2012. The defendant, who never stopped, was sentenced to 2 to 5 years in prison. Toohill says under current law, the mandatory minimum prison sentence for a drunk driver who kills someone is 3 years, but
here in Pennsylvania, it's 1 year if you flee the scene, and it incentivizes drunk drivers to run home and sober up or go home and drink and have an excuse as to why they have a high blood alcohol level. So we want to close that loophole so that either way, it's a 3-year mandatory, that we're not incentivizing people to run away from the scene.
Toohill's bill would increase the minimum sentence for fleeing the scene charge to 3 years. After years of negotiations, the Schuylkill County Commissioners signed collective bargaining agreements on Wednesday. The agreements were with 2 labor unions representing Rest Haven and Senior Service, 911, and courthouse employees. Nursing home employees had been working without a contract since 2011, while other workers had been on the job without a contract since 2010. The contracts include a 3% annual raise. It was an opportunity to meet people and explore a newly renovated business. FYI stopped by Friedman Electric Supply Company on East Broad Street in Hazleton last night. The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce hosted a mixer in Friedman's new showroom.
We wanted to have the chamber come down and see our brand new remodeled lighting design center, show them the new technologies that are out, the LEDs, so on and so forth. It's nice to have these mixers. We attend, them through the year, and it's a very good environment to have people come in and just talk to each other.
From the Chamber Mixer last night. Well, tonight we have news from the desk of Beaver Meadows Citizens for Recreation. The organization is seeking past students who read either the Gettysburg Address or Flanders Field at past Memorial Day ceremonies. A group reading of the Gettysburg Address will be held in the borough this Memorial Day to mark its 150th anniversary. For more information, contact Jen Barnes-Sevich. This week, the Supreme Court said that it was okay for a prayer to be held before a public meeting. Yesterday, I talked with a local councilman who is very pleased with the decision. Very happy to have Tom Cara with us, councilman in the borough of Tamaqua for 10 years now, and also no relation. Just kidding. Definitely a relation. This is my uncle and also my godfather. Took that role very seriously, did a great job, a religious man. Uncle Tommy is here. And fitting, you've been putting together Prayers for Public Meetings, a book for a while now. Now, this week, Supreme Court decision 5-4 saying that it is okay to pray before meetings. It's been happening for a while, for ceremonial reasons, they even said, one of the reasons they let this go. It's been going on in Tamaqua for the entire time you've been there. Before you were there, tell us about prayer in Tamaqua and just how long it's been going on.
Well, first let me just say that I'm very happy that our government has decided that prayer is important. Okay, but in Tamaqua, prayer has been at our council meetings for a very long time. And I think it's important to pray because it puts you in a good frame of mind. And we've been doing it for quite a while, and I put together a book for public meetings for people to start their meetings with a prayer, because sometimes it's a little awkward and people don't, have the word. Sometimes when we pray, we just think it in our head, but to speak it is a little different. And
So you put this book together, and you were doing it before the Supreme Court decision came down. You were praying at the meetings, and we said realistically, we looked at the decision, it could have happened in Tamaqua. Someone could have been unhappy with prayer. Talk about that a little bit.
Right.
Someone could have challenged this in Tamaqua.
they could have, because when I doing my prayers, our solicitor said, I had this book, and our solicitor told me, he says, Tom, if somebody comes in here and is offended by these prayers, we may have to stop it, and we may get sued over it. And, it concerned me, but we kept on praying, because Tamaqua is a community of, there's 6 or 7 churches in Tamaqua, there's 6,500 people in Tamaqua, and I think most of the people in Tamaqua agree that, it's okay to say a prayer. So we never had anybody come there and complain about it. But I'm very happy with the decision that the Supreme Court has ruled on.
Now, the nice thing with your book, you have for different occasions. Mother's Day coming up this week. There's a prayer for Mother's Day. And also, I think the nice thing is, I was raised Catholic. Uncle Tommy played the organ in the church as I was growing up.
Yep.
But there's prayers in your book for other religions as well.
There is. I have in the back of the book a prayer for Hanukkah. I have an Islamic prayer. There's a prayer for Hinduism. And there's a prayer for, being Tamaqua was founded by Indians, there's a Thanksgiving prayer here by Iroquois Indians, and a Brutus prayer. So it's not just Christianity, and it's not overly religious. It's not like going to a mass. The words on it are very soothing, and they're for all occasions.
So there's even one I read in there for if a disaster happens anywhere in the country. So it's for different situations. And we're going to talk more with Tom Carey here, my Uncle Tommy, about the book and how he put it together. We thank you for being with us today. Thanks, Uncle Tom, for dropping by. Here's what's coming up in Friday's Standard Speaker. Read all about the Hazelton Area School Board budget meeting that is going on tonight. Plus, find out about a new fire truck in the borough of Freeland. Coming up on FYI, Janine talks drama in Motion. That segment is coming up. And in sports, 2 local rivals meet up on the diamond. We'll have post-game reaction from Berwick versus Hazelton Area Round 2.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazelton Standard Speaker.
And we're learning how to dance every Thursday here on FYI. We're at Drama in Motion in Hazelton on Broad Street. And Melissa is back with us. And there's all different types of dance. There's hip hop, there's salsa, there's the traditional ballet and tap, but there's also gymnastics. Sometimes we don't think of dance as gymnastics.
Gymnastics, when it's incorporated in dance, is more of an acrobatic thing. It's mostly on the floor. There's no bars or beam or anything like that. But you want to check into the background of your teachers. Every form of dance, your teacher should have some kind of ballet training. Ballet is the basis for any form of dance, even the acrobatics and gymnastics. You want them to have the proper technique to pass on to your child so they progress in a safe manner. If they don't have that training, then to progress to the next level, the child's going to have a hard time. Injuries can happen, knee injuries, ankles.
So say, my child wants to do gymnastics, but it's only dad, or it's only our grandparents, or it's, an aunt or an uncle, or maybe mom never took dance before. What are they looking for specifically if they do want to get involved in gymnastics as far as safety for the teachers?
Make sure the teacher is very oriented and has no problem talking with the parents. If the parent has a concern of how your child is practicing at home, they should be able to explain to the parent who may have no knowledge how to do that with the child safely, what to look for, what part of the head to go on or come down and up on, and certain things you don't want that child practicing at home. They need to be on mats or under proper instruction.
Okay, so if there were like three top questions that we would be asking, what are some of the most common questions we would ask as parents?
I would say definitely, where did you train?
Okay.
How much knowledge do you have? Are you capable of teaching the younger ones and the older ones? Are you teaching above your ability level?
Okay.
And how open are you to questions that I may ask you 100 questions? Can you answer all of them?
All right, and obviously if your child comes home and they have questions or they have concerns that they are not being taught or that they are just sitting around maybe having snack time, then we know it's time to find another teacher.
Absolutely.
All right, so we'll join you, you can join us next week on FYI. We're in your community here at Drama in Motion each and every Thursday.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
I call this part of the show a chance of rain. I've been saying that a lot lately, and it doesn't look like it's going to change. Tonight, expect scattered showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low around 54, 40% chance of rain. Friday, 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 1 p.m. And other than that, it will be partly sunny, high near 68. For Friday night, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, low around 59. For Saturday, 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, high will get up to 70. Saturday night, chance of showers again, 40%, low around 53. How about this on Sunday? Partly sunny, high near 71. Sunday night, mostly cloudy, low around 54. But then on Monday, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. The high will get up to 74. Monday night will be mostly cloudy with a low around 55.
Saturday, May 17th, will mark the 4th annual Jorge's Walk to Defeat ALS, which is also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. With me today are two of the ladies organizing this wonderful event to raise awareness and money. To my right is Rosalba Snyder, who is the chair walk, and also to my left is Mandy Podel, who is the co-chair for the walk. I'm going to start with you, Rosalba. You began this 4 years ago in memory of your dad, Jorge.
Yes. And I started it because he had ALS and there was not enough awareness out there. And I wanted to contribute to the ALS Association because they were really supportive and helpful. So that's why I started it.
Okay, in 4 years it's really taken off and a lot of people getting involved. And Mandy, you also have been involved for the 4 years. Sadly, you lost your young brother, only 26 years old, to this terrible disease.
Yes, my brother Dustin passed away at 26. It was 4 years this past May. He became symptomatic at 24, very young patient. The youngest patient that's ever been recorded with this disease was 16. So it's definitely not an older person only disease, which many people think that. So ALS is a motor neuron disease that causes paralysis. There is no known cause and no known cure. It's got very few treatment options, and veterans in this country are 2 times more likely to develop this disease. The life expectancy of this disease is 2 to 5 years from diagnosis. However, my brother was only 20 months from symptomatic, and Rosa, I believe her father, was also less than a year from symptomatic.
And you came here all the way from the Reading area, but there's ties here to this community. That's why you wanted to be here.
Yes. My brother, when I heard that they were starting a walk in Bloomsburg the year after my brother passed, I wanted to be a part of it because he had recently graduated from Bloomsburg University, and he was very proud that that was his alma mater. So when I heard they were starting it, I had to get involved.
Absolutely. And Rosalba, tell everybody how they can get involved.
Well, you can go into alsphiladelphia.org and you can register to walk. There's many ways you can help. And it's not too late. The walk is on May 17. Registration is at 9, and the walk begins at 10:30. And we call this walk a fiesta, which is like no other walk known like this one. So whoever comes down, you're going to have a really good time. I can pretty much guarantee that.
All right, well, a good time for a great cause, so we hope you'll come out. All the information's up on your screen and the number to call, and we hope you'll come out and support this Jorge's Walk to Defeat ALS.
On tonight's community calendar, St. John Bosco Church in Cunningham will hold its annual Spring Fling on Saturday, May 17th from 7 until 3 at the Parish Center. On May 18th, you could come in and fill a bag for $2 from 12:30 until 2. I don't know what that is, but it sounds fun. There will be a flea market, tricky trays, and delicious food, including advanced orders for homemade halushki. That sounds even better. Call the number on your screen for orders, and to donate items or volunteer, you can call the parish office. And now, Here's today's midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. The Daily 439, the Big 4 3227, Quinto 56091, Treasure Hunt 379 2126. Dogs, Cougars next.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
There's a new team sitting on top of the Wyoming Valley Conference Division I baseball standings today. The Berwick Bulldogs topped Hazelton area 4-2. The Dogs and the Cougars split their regular season series, and with a handful of games left, Berwick is 10-3 in the conference and Hazelton area is 9-3. What I'm trying to say is this division race is coming down to the wire and there's little room for error.
After Berwick tied the game in the bottom of the third on a Cougar throwing error, the Big HA answered back with Robbie John's big bat. He hit this double, and then Randy Pineda came in to pinch run for him and scored on a Kyle Rogers sacrifice fly, giving the Cougars a 2-1 lead. Then with 2 on and 1 out in the bottom of the fifth, a catcher's interference call loaded the bases for Berwick. Then Anthony Melito's single drove in 2 runs to give the Dogs the lead for good. Berwick's pitcher Jordan DiValerio handled the heart of the Cougars' order right after his team took the lead. DiValerio would close out the game in the 7th and pick up the win. Berwick head coach Brian Pintrich talks about his pitcher's performance in the 6th inning.
I was ready to pull a hook on him. And my assistant coach said, let's see what happens here. It looks like he's settling in a little bit, and he did. And that's where he started to pitch backwards a little bit, where we were going change up, split finger, and then trying to sneak the fastball in. But we had our bullpen ready to go, and we told him, one guy gets on, we're going to pull him. But I'm glad he had the opportunity to finish that out in that situation there.
Berwick's coach still believes the Cougars are the best Quad A team in the state. Gino Cara's team is grinding right now. This was their 3rd straight game this week, and they have to play Thursday at Lake Lehman and Friday at Pittston. The Patriots were the first team to beat the Cougars this season.
We're only 3 days into it, Kenny. We've got some injuries that we're dealing with. We're trying to nurse some guys back along. We weren't even sure of our lineup at the start today, but I look at baseball like the old adage is you're as good as your next day's pitcher. So we lost today. We lost with one heck of a pitcher today, but I got Joey Barron going tomorrow. So
Sal Biazzi took the loss for the Cougars. He only gave up 2 earned runs against Berwick.
The Schuylkill League Track and Field Championships were held yesterday in Raider Country, and Tamaqua earned a few golds on their home turf. As Rebecca Minehan won the pole vault competition, Monica Shimko placed first in the 800, and Paige Dimitriades threw the javelin farther than all the other female competitors. North Schuylkill's Carly Gregas won the high jump title, and Carter Green won her 4th consecutive Discus League championship. We talked with 2 freshmen about how they got started in the sport.
I started in 7th grade. Actually, my gym teacher asked me if I was doing it. Kind of been doing it since 7th grade.
My brother did it when he was in 7th grade, and I didn't want it at all. But then he's like, you should just try it, and I ended up doing it, and I beat him now, so.
All right, it's now time for the FYI Standard Speaker Scoreboard. We take a look at some other athletic events that went on yesterday. The Crestwood Track and Field team, they split a meet with Tunkhannock. In softball, Marion beat Nativity, and they get the Schuylkill League Division III title as a bonus. The Lady Cougars extended their lead over Nanakoke in Division I of the Wyoming Valley Conference. Weatherly, they swept a doubleheader against Shenandoah Valley in softball. Tamaqua beat Blue Mountain, and MMI's Kristen Purcell struck out 9 batters in the Lady Preppers win. The MMI baseball team also got a win over GAR, and Marion topped Monoy area. Blue Mountain posted 10 runs against Tamaqua, and North Schuylkill got by Pine Grove. You can read recaps from all of these games in Thursday's Standard Speaker. Thursday is $1 burger night at Bottlenecks. Get a juicy 4th pound burger for only $1 all night long.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts will be presenting Oliver the Musical, May 9th through 11th and 16th through 18th. The show will be held at the J.J. Farrar Performing Arts Center in downtown Hazelton. For more info, please call 570-454-5451. And finally, Valley Community Church will be sponsoring several upcoming events. May 17th, Butler Township has Talent Night at the Community Center. June 14th, Gould's Hot Dog Water Giveaway. And June 29th, Holy Hands Festival at the Community Center. More information about any of these events, check out valleychurchonline.com. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Margaret M. Gnyrim, formerly of Hazleton. Mass is Tuesday at 10 a.m. in the Holy Name of Jesus Parish at Transfiguration Church. Friends may call from 9 to 10 a.m. Arrangements are under the direction of the Turnbach Funeral Home. Angeline Corrado of Hazleton. Mass is Saturday at 9 a.m. in the Most Precious Blood Church. Friends may call Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m. The Fierro Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Cynthia J. Graybush of Harley. Services will be held privately from the Hour Cremation Services. James J. Gamel of Hazleton. Mass is Friday at 2 p.m. in the Most Precious Blood Church. There will be no public viewing. The Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. And Catherine G. Hall of Hazleton. Memorial is Monday at 10:30 a.m. in the St. Peter's Episcopal Church. Arrangements are under the direction of the Boyle Funeral Home. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111.
When you're spring cleaning this year, think about recycling your old refrigerator through PPL Electric Utilities e-Power Appliance Recycling Program. If you're keeping a spare refrigerator in the garage or basement to cool a few drinks, you could be spending an extra $150 a year on energy bills. Under our e-Power Appliance Recycling Program, you'll get paid $35 for recycling your inefficient refrigerator or freezer. The appliances must be in working condition and be between 10 and 30 cubic feet. Recycling a single outdated refrigerator has the environmental impact of removing 2 cars from the road for a year, and recycling repurposes more than 188 pounds of materials such as foam, glass, and metal for future use. When you recycle your refrigerator or freezer, we'll also pick up working window air conditioners for $10. There's a limit of 4 per household per calendar year. And if you're in the market for a new refrigerator, you can get $35 for recycling your old one and a $25 rebate on qualifying new models. Scheduling your pickup is easy. Just visit pplelectric.com/recycle or call 1-877-270-3522. We hope you take advantage of the e-Power Appliance Recycling Program and our other e-Power rebate programs to help you save energy and money.
So thanks for watching on this Friday Eve. We'll see you on Friday. Until then, take it easy.
Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Edward Long Jr. of Ashland. Edward, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.